Good morning, class 6. We will continue with the chapter Urban Livelihood, that is chapter 9 in your civics book. In the previous chapter, we have talked about the rural livelihood, what all jobs, options, or work people do in rural areas. In this chapter, we have talked about the people who are living in the urban areas or in the cities, what all they are doing, how is the lifestyle of a person who is living in a city, what is the daily routine of a person, how hectic it is. Then people from villages, they are moving to the cities, and they have their families in villages. They have to earn money and keep that money safe for their or send it to their family for their survival. They have to work very hard. Then like how busy life is in city when you talk about. Then we have discussed the market area. There we have talked about the like Harpreet and Vandana. They were business person. They had their like they have told us that they had a showroom, and sorry, they had changed their business, and gradually they have just, you can say, did a research sort of thing and came to know that nowadays people prefer to go for the ready made dresses instead of getting it stitched, maybe because that is saving a lot of time also. So we have to start with, there are several things we need to do to run the showroom properly. We advertise in various newspapers, cinema theatres, television, and radio channels. Currently, this building is rented, but soon we plan to buy it. So, when a person is doing certain thing and want to advert, advertise it, or make people aware of it, they have to do give certain advertisements, and that they are telling that they have given the advertisement in the cinema theaters, in the newspapers, and the radio channels. And she told us that presently the place is in a, like you can say, is a rented place, but then gradually they have a plan in the future that they will be purchasing that place. Why did Harpreet and Vandana start a showroom? Why do they leave? Why do they have to do to run the showroom? Talk to shop owners. So like running a showroom is also not very easy. It's a difficult task. So like Harpreet and Vandana, there are many people who own shops in various markets of the city. These shops may be small or large, and they sell different things. Most business persons manage their own shops or business. They are not employed by anyone, but they do employ a number of other workers as supervisors and helpers. These are permanent shops that are given a license to do business by the municipal corporation. The municipal corporation decides on which day of the week the market has to remain closed. For example, the shops in the above market are closed on Wednesdays. This market also has small offices and shops that provide services such as banks, courier services, and others. So different areas, they have different days for closing the shops, right? So they are talking about that area which is closed on Wednesdays. In the factory workshop area, I wanted to have zari work done on one of my dresses, which I needed for a special occasion. My cousin said that she knew Nirmala, who works in a garment factory. Nirmala's neighbors do zari work and embroidery. So we caught a bus and headed towards the factory area. The bus was really crowded. So we have discussed this, that the bus was very crowded, and when they reached the area which was near the factory, there everybody got down, and that was they had a sigh of relief. There was large number of people sitting on railings or in the group at the crossing. They seemed to be waiting for someone. Some groups had people in scooters standing by and talking with them. My cousin explained that this place was called Labor Chalk. These were daily wage laborers who work as helpers to masons. They dig at construction sites, lift loads, or unload clothes for people in foreign countries like USA, UK, Germany, and the Netherlands. So you must have seen that there are these daily wage laborers. You can find them at engineering college crossing also. They are wait there, and from there people who need them, they hire them. So Nirmala have to work long hours in the month from December to April. A normal working day begins at 9 a.m. and finishes only by 10 p.m., sometimes even later. She works for 6 days a week. At times when the work needs to be done urgently, she works on Sundays too. Nirmala is paid rupees 280 a day for 8 hours and rupees 100 extra for working late. By June, the work is over and the factory reduces its staff. Nirmala will also be asked to leave for about 3 or 4 months in the year. There is no work for her. Oh, sorry, we have to continue from here. They unload the truck in the market, dig pipelines and telephone cables, and also build roads. There are thousands of such casual workers in the city. We entered the factory area to find it full of small workshops. There seemed to be endless rows of them. In one section, we saw people working in a small room on sewing machines where cloth was being stitched. One person operated one sewing machine. Clothes that had been stitched were stacked at one side of the room. We located Nirmala in the stitching unit. She was happy to meet my cousin and promised to get zari work done on my dress. Nirmala works as a tailor in an export garment unit. So that's why we have read that they say they make those clothes and that those clothes are exported to USA and Netherlands. The factory where she works makes summer clothes for people, right? So her daily wage is 280 rupees, and if she works extra, like that is more than 8 hours, then she has given 100 rupees extra. But in the June, the work is little less, so the factory owners, they reduce the work and they ask these people to sit at home for almost 3 or 4 months. Most workers like Nirmala are employed on what is known as casual basis. That is, they are required to come as and when the employer needs them. They are employed when the employer gets large orders or during certain season. At other times of the year, they have to find some other work. Jobs like Nirmala's are not permanent. If workers complain about their pay or working condition, they are asked to leave. There is no job security or protection. If there is ill treatment, they are also expected to work very long hours. For example, in the cloth mill units, the workers work on day and night shift, with each shift lasting 12 hours. One worker works on one machine for 12 hours and then is replaced by another on the same machine for the next 12 hours. Why do you think small workshops and factories employ casual workers? Describe the working condition of people like Nirmala, keeping in mind the following working hours, condition in the workplace, earnings, and the day of work available. Would you say that domestic workers like homemaids are also casual workers? Why? Describe the work day of one such woman detailing. Okay. Working in call center is a new form of employment in the big cities. A call center is a centralized office that deals with problems and questions that customers have regarding good purchased and services like banking, ticket booking, etc. Call centers are generally set up as large rooms with workstations that include a computer, a telephone set, and supervisor station. India has become a major call center not only for Indian companies but also foreign companies. They set up call centers here as they can get people who can speak English and work for lower wages. So, people are working in these BPOs where they sit and make certain calls, and like there are good like call centers where like you can big companies who pay them a decent amount for working, and they for the work at times they have to work at night because If they are working for some American company, they have to call their customers at night according to the time schedule of USA. In the office area, my aunt Sudha works as a marketing manager. She had asked us to reach her office before 5:30 p.m. We thought we would get late, so we took an auto rickshaw that managed to get us there just in time. Our office was in an area surrounded by tall buildings. There were hundreds of people coming out. Some headed, sorry, some headed for the car park while others went towards the row of buses. My aunt is a marketing manager in company which manufactures biscuits. The factory where the biscuits are made is considered outside the city. She supervises the work of 50 salespersons who travel to different parts of the city. They get orders from shopkeepers and collect payment from them. She has divided the city into 6 regions, and once a week she meets the salesperson of each region. She checks their progress report and discusses problems they face. She has a plan. She has to plan the sales in the entire city and often has to work late and travel to different places. She gets a regular salary every month and is a permanent worker with the company. She can expect her job to continue for a long period of time. Being a permanent worker, she also gets other benefits such as the following: savings for old age. A part of her salary is kept in a fund with the government. She will earn interest on the savings. When she retires from this job, she will get this money and she can live on that. Holidays, she gets off on Sundays and national holidays. She also gets some days as annual leave. Medical facilities for her family. Her company pays the medical expenses up to a certain amount for her and her family members. She gets medical leave if she falls ill, and her salary is not cut if she takes this leave. There are many workers in the city who work in offices, factories, and government departments where they are employed as regular and permanent workers. So, this lady who is she is working as a permanent employee, so she gets a salary. Some amount is deducted for her funds, which she will be getting after her retirement. She gets holidays, and she has some casual leaves also, which she can avail. In medical facility, she can she along with her family has a medical facility. She can take a medical leave, salary will not be deducted, and she can get the checkup done along with her family. That is also taken care by the factory where she is working. There are many workers in the city who work in offices, factories, and government departments where they are employed as regular and permanent workers. They attend the same office or factory regularly. Their work is clearly identified. They get a regular salary. Unlike casual workers, they will not be asked to leave if the factory does not have much work. At the end of the day, we got into my aunt's car exhausted, but it had been so much fun, and I thought how interesting that it is that so many people do so many different things in the city. They have probably never met each other, but it is their work that ties them together and helps to make up the city life. So, it was an interesting journey for the person who has visited the factory and was surprised to see the life of the city. So, that is all for today, class. Take care of yourselves. Be safe at home. Question answers I will be sending in the next class.